Didn't you go straight from the hairdressers to Saltwater Mansions? And for those who don't know, Saltwater Mansions is a block of flats, isn't it? It's like a tower block. Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I tell the story that the hairdresser told me? So Dee, the woman who was getting her haircut, had recently moved into the top floor flat of a block called Saltwater Mansions in Margate.
Yeah.
Um, and in the bottom floor flat, there was a woman who had paid her mortgage for 13 years, paid all her bills, TV license, all of those things. But in all that time, in those 13 years, nobody had seen her, nobody had heard from her, nobody had come looking for her, nobody reported her missing. It was as if she'd completely vanished from the centre of her own life. And in that 13 years, she'd become the kind of subject of an obsession of the other residents of this building, who obviously kind of wanted some answers to how this woman in her mid 40s at the time had just kind of seemingly disappeared from the face of the earth. And I was so struck by the idea that her story might disappear with her, or that we wouldn't know
Mm.
what had happened to her. It kind of consumed me so much immediately that I left the hairdressers, went straight to the building, and knocked on her neighbour's door, knocked on this lady Dee's door. And Dee gave me, I apologise, I said that this might be quite annoying for you, but I've just been told this incredible story about something in this building. And what Dee did was gave me a big box, this big, um, containing 13 years worth of this woman's post. Um, her name was Caroline Lane, and it, that was the beginning of it. Really, just I thought to myself, if I can begin to piece together this woman's life using her post to begin with, I might be able to kind of understand how it is that somebody can just vanish um, without anyone really understanding why. Because for a long time, she only existed as a series of automated bank transfers on servers in banks somewhere. All the things that you pay by direct debit, and that was the only, they were the only signs of life. So it was an obsession was born.
Yeah. We said just before we came on air that your story reminded me of a film.
Mm.
It's actually like a docudrama film. I don't know if you've heard of a film called Dreams of a Life.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, reminds me exactly of that. For those who don't know who it is, it's Dreams of Life is a true story about a woman called Joyce Carol Vincent, and the way the film plays out, it's like docudrama. So you have people come on and describe what they felt of Joyce, and then that's basically acted out on screen. And there's so many similarities between the two, because with Carol Vincent, she was someone who was in their flat, and then slightly different because I think Caroline was still paying bills, but with Vincent, with Joyce, she wasn't. She was always bills are coming through the post. She wasn't paying rent and so on and so forth.
Mm.
And then obviously they discovered that. There are differences between the stories without giving anything away. But that was the one thing that struck me is with both of them, you'd think, especially with technology now like CCTV and how everything's digital now, even possibly back then, how could they go undiscovered for a long time? That's the thing that baffles me with both stories. Like, how can someone go undiscovered?
I think it's a damning indictment of modern living, isn't it?
Mm.
That we live in an age of connection, and you've got 150 friends in your pocket,
Mm.
and that someone can still just disappear. It speaks to the kind of hidden worlds of loneliness and isolation, and not to um, not to give up the reasons for what happened to either of those women, but they have a great deal in common in that they're busy places. The lady in the film that you're talking about, I think, had a kind of there's a point of difference actually. The lady in the film seemed to have an active social life, as far as I
Yeah,
remember. It's been a while since I saw it, but she had lots of friends and
yeah,
work. Her actual life seemed quite glamorous, didn't it?
yeah, yeah.
And the Caroline Lane, the lady in my book, um, appeared to have no connection to the outside world really. So in that 13 years of post, there isn't a single Christmas card, birthday card, letter, or anything that suggests kind of connection to the outside world or love or any of those things. Obviously, no one came looking for her.
Mm.
So there is a point of difference there, but it's still deeply weird that someone can cease to exist for all intents and purposes, and that nobody would know.